Okay, that was the wrong button. Ah, okay. How's everyone doing? Okay. I meant to switch to live scene. Instead, I hit stop streaming because clearly that's what I wanted to do. All right, moving on. Alrighty, so tonight we are painting Vanguard veteran. We're painting this guy. We're doing the... Sorry, I'm a lot of breath. Running around, make sure everything was here on time. Doing torso, legs, jump pack. This whole bit, we'll do the arms as separate things later. Yeah, let's get to it. Really need to wash off my soap sometime soon, but not now. Now's not the time. Alrighty. Let's yeah, let's go. Alright, so what are we at? What do we need? There's already some metal on the jump pack. That's nice. I don't know when I did that, but I'll take it. Probably gonna throw some Nuln Oil on that base, so that can just be drying. It's normally a lot of Nuln Oil. As yeah, this can just be drying for a while while we're doing other stuff. The question is, what's the first actual painting thing we do to this guy? Probably metal, like the steel colors. I usually like to get that out of the way first. I'm noticing he does have a Crux Terminatus on the front of his straps, jump pack straps there. I wonder if I want to do that like a brassy, gold or brassy color. If I do, I want to do that like a bone color. Probably a gold brassy color, because I think that there's a. It's not. Well, actually, that might be a variation of a Crux Terminatus on his shoulder. So I suppose, you know, we don't go over with the bone bits. He has like more sad sigils on his knees. If we can get it to focus in on that. I'm not even totally sure. Okay, it's a skull and a laurel. Yeah, we'll make the Cruxes gold and the skull stuff silver, I think. Or, you know, steel and silver, I don't know. Standard metal colors. Yeah. Anyway. Seems good. Seems like a plan. I gotta flip my palette around again. For some reason I thought I'd be using something new, which seems ridiculous at this point, but you know. Just going back into all that gunmetal down there. I will be using Army Painter. Oh, no, let's see, that's the lighter one. Army Painter, gunmetal, for all the mel bits. How I will be. Because honestly, I like the Army Painter stuff way better than the Army Painter Metallics way better than GWs. I'm just kind of writing through the GW stuff on like commissions and stuff. I just can't really see what I'm doing because jump pack's got wings. I might even, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna pop the jump pack off. The system I have there is magnetized, as you can see, but I put a small bit of glue on there so it would hold to allow me to pick up and move the guys by the jump packs. Because it was really, really like finagly before. Like really, really finagly. It was really freaking annoying trying to move a squad of 10 of them and none of their jump packs are actual like grab points. It's pretty rough. So at the idea of super glue, small amounts will still hold well, but you can just pop them off with just the slightest bit of actual exertion. But like that makes sense. I'll do that then. Works pretty well so far. Granted, I haven't played a game with them yet like that, but at least like moving them around for like storage or painting or whatever has not been an issue. Besides, whenever I go out to play a game somewhere, like it's literally part of my kit to bring a thing of super glue for repairs. And that's come in handy about half the time, for one reason or another. So seems a good tactic or method. I don't know, strategy. One of those. I just realized I usually paint the... Did I super glue or plastic glue these heads on? Seems to be plastic glue. Where did I make these guys? No, I was using glue by then. Why doesn't this just pop off? I must have used a bunch. I just realized he's got enough of his neck showing that I'm gonna have to paint his neck, and I normally do that silver. Or steel. I don't know why I keep thinking silver. But yeah, working through this, what remains unpainted of my 2K army, because I just heard today that my local games store is doing a tournament somewhat soon, based off of some awards GW sent them to use for a tournament, I guess to fish for rankings and stuff. I don't think I have a chance at winning. We have some Chaos players, and I play Raven Guard. Raven Guard got really screwed by the CP changes, so... but there was a Best Painted award. So, I'm gunning for that. Because that I have a very high chance of getting, actually. For the next week, or maybe a little bit more, I'll be focused on painting all that stuff. I've got, including this guy, 6 more Vanguard Vets, 3 Eradicators, and the Storm Raven. Storm Raven I'm quite excited to paint. I'm actually not sure which is going to take more time, the Storm Raven or these Vanguard Vets, because Vanguard Vets got a lot of detail, but Storm Raven is just bloody big. I mean, some parts of Storm Raven, however, can be done extremely quickly. I mean, the multi-melt attachments for the front, the whole thing's magnetized, by the way. The multi-melt on the front would take me all of, 15 minutes. If that. And it's basically just paint some brass and then, blend a little bit of color. Well, paint it brass, shade it, highlight it, and then blend on some color warping from the heat. Not a huge deal, really. What I really can't wait to paint are the giant. I keep thinking, whenever I think of the Storm Raven, I think of them. The twin heavy plasma cannons on the top turret. I want to do some real like glowy nonsense on those things. Unfortunately, because it's all magnetized, I can't really add the glow to all the other stuff and have it still make sense. But I'm at least gonna make the plasma itself look good. Probably the most annoying part is going to be the hurricane bolters, because you're just painting 12 bolters in a row. You don't even have full access to the entire like bolter to get good angles and stuff. It's just gross. What's going on with his belt? There's like stuff happening with his belt. I don't know. Maybe I'll make his belt steel. I normally make it like a dark leather thing, but there's like weirdness going on there, so maybe he's got a special belt. Oh yeah, the skull's gonna be melt too, so that this whole thing can just brush on the whole thing. It's fine. Whatever. Yeah, at some point I'm gonna have to sit down now and like revisit a bunch of my old tactics. Like the CP changed, they reduced the number of CP you start the game with to less than I would normally use in turn 1 before. So like, jeez. So which of my old tactics should I still be trying to use? Like which ones are worth my far less available CP? And some of them I might have to choose totally dependent on the situation. Like, most of the time, what do you call it? Strategic, no, what was it? Flexible, adaptive stratagem. I just realized he has like an Aquila tramp stamp going on his back, on his like butt plate, but like how? I guess that is actually pretty noticeable. Alright, well, painted brass, I guess. Oh shit, that just took me by surprise. Adaptive stratagem takes a unit and puts them in all 3 doctrines at once. So putting them on my Vanguard vets would make their lightning claws neg 3, which is nice. Like when I have targets that are high armor save, that helps, or particularly low armor save. Like if it will deny them their armor save like outright, then should probably use that for that reason. The other one is if I think they're gonna hit a character, because putting them in all 3 doctrines at once puts them in the tactical doctrines so they get surgical strikes, which is a big deal, in which case I could actually I don't need to use exhortation or strength from the chaplain on them, which is good because he can, like, now that I can't really afford to make a Master Sanctity because of, you know, how everything else went. Oh, maybe I could. So I do have some extra upgrades on the intercessors. Nope, why did my chaplain just reset? What was that? Weird. There are some extra upgrades on intercessors that I could probably get rid of. Now, I was thinking of doing that already to upgrade the Eradicators from melter rifles to heavy melter rifles. But, thinking of maybe not doing that because the fact that I'm going to be staying in Tactical Doctrine for 2 turns, so it pumps them up to make 5, so just everything that doesn't have an invuln save is just taking damage, or Armor Contempt. Is just taking damage. Even in Armor Contempt, it's still like you have to be like a Terminator to get a save at that point. Because like I do have a lot of stuff that's really good in the Tactical Doctrine. Like I have a squad of 10 Hellblasters with Assault, the Assault Plasma, what are they called? Plasma, is it Plasma Incinerators? No, that's not it. What is it called? Plasma, Plasma, it is Incinerator. Like that sound wrong. I don't know. So the 10 Assault Plasma Incinerators, so they're Assault 3. So that goes up to neg 5 in Tactical Doctrine. So that's probably worth trying to get everything possible into the getting bonuses from Attack Doctrine. So there's that. So maybe if I got rid of all the Intercessor upgrades, then I could get Master Sanctity. Maybe. I like the annoying parts. I gotta get up in his neck. So I'd be losing. Well, I gotta see how many points I even need to get Master Sanctity, but it'd be like the stuff on the line is 2 Power Fists and a Grenade Launcher. Also, greetings, new person. I think your ad should be done by now, so I think you can hear me. Welcome to the stream. I am painting a Raven Guard Vanguard event and talking about my tournament 2K point list now that the CP changes have completely upended it. So, do I really need 2 Power Fists on 2 5-man Intercessors? Probably not. Really? Like, I think they could be fine. So I give the Chaplain back Master Sanctity, and then actually I should look into what his buffs for ranged people were again, because well, now +1 strength on 10 Vanguard vets is still worth it. Yeah, definitely. So never mind that. Even without all the other upgrades, like all the other buffs I could potentially give him with all the other stratagems I'm no longer gonna really be able to use. I can still get the VV bomb up into the enemy's front lines and do some heavy damage, just not quite as overwhelming as I used to be able to. Let's see, it's 3 CP to give them all an extra move, and then let's say I want to save a CP for either Hammer Wrath or Melt-A-Bomb. Both of those are just good for dishing out mortal wounds. While like I was saying before, the Adaptive Stratagem is probably the one that's most like questionable if I would add it or like still use it or not. Because it gives them a bump in AP and gives them Surgical Strikes, which Surgical Strikes only, you know, being Raven Guard, they get +1 to hit, +1 to wound. enemy characters. That only helps if they actually run into a character, which is very situationally dependent. That probably shouldn't depend on that. Also, like, a character that's even worth killing, for that matter. Like, what if they just run into, like, a character that I don't super care about if they die or not, strategically speaking, and they're not hard to kill. Like, I think there might be Gene Stealers there's Tyranids happening, but there might also be Gene Stealers. So, like, a Jackal Prime, or whatever it's called, like the biker sniper dude. I don't really care massively about that guy, but I mean, he's also not hard to kill. So, like, I don't think that'd be worth using the CP to buff him up for that. So the other option is, like, someone massive, like a Primarch or Be'lakor or someone like that, or Abaddon shows up. That could be a whole different thing. How do I want to paint that leg wrap thing? Thinking grass. Oh, I missed the other ear cap. Let's probably get that. Anyone else is hobbying in the chat, do let me know. I'm very curious to know what other people are working on and what their plans are, and etc, etc. It's two big nobules in the middle of the leather bit. I'm just gonna make them steel. At least, like, right now, if I mess up painting the nobule, like, I'm gonna be painting over the rest of it anyway. So it really doesn't matter. Cool. Alright. So I'm gonna Nuln Oil all of that, all of the steel, and then start working on the brass because it's the next biggest color, and then the red, do red after that because that's rather quick. And then I'll begin working on that crazy leather feather thing. The other big question mark is, you know, I'm thinking 4 CP 5 if I give Benediction of Fury to the Chaplain, which I'd like to because it's a really good relic. So that 5 CP, so I have 1 CP remaining if I want to strike from shadows. Do I want the Eradicators in there or the Hellblasters? I got 3 Eradicators in the list and 10 Hellblasters. Which, through positioning, would do the most damage? Now, the Eradicators, if I do figure out how to finagle the points to give them heavy meltas, to keep them on foot, where the superior range gives some, you know, semi-backline, slowly moving forward kind of, you know, anti-vehicular threat, while the Hellblasters are just making the enemy sweat. The enemy, you know, my opponent sweat, because there's 10 dudes with 30 plasma shots doing 2 damage apiece that most stuff doesn't even get a save against, just hanging out waiting to pop in somewhere. So they have to spend a lot of their movement strategy is trying to block them out potentially, which gives me advantages in that they're moving to my game, not to theirs. So that sounds kind of nice, actually. Also, I think I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit. I think it might just, on occasion, might be overriding me. Especially if they're deep striking stuff, and I definitely want some stuff up my sleeve. The real question is, how long is the Storm Raven going to last in any of these situations? I missed some of the metal on the belt. I think I did. And I'll go back and fix that, pop a little bit more Nuln Oil on it, and move on to the brass. There we go. But realistically speaking, I probably have very low chance of actually doing a significant amount of damage because, like I said, there's a Emperor's Children player. There's gonna be Tyranids. There's gonna be Custodes. Custodes actually I might do okay against. Yeah, because I do have a fair bit of D3 between the Storm Raven, the Eradicators. I have a Land Speeder Typhoon in the list, which is a bunch of D6. It's got Multi-Melta and then the rockets, so that's a bunch of D6. So that's something. And then most of the other stuff actually does flat 2 damage more often than not. Also an Apothecary to ensure the better weapons like Hellblasters and Eradicators stick around a little bit. I do have to ensure, yeah, no, I should put the Hellblasters in drops, like in Strike from the Shadows, so they can drop near Shrike wherever he is at the time, so they can get the reroll 1s. Because that's going to be a nightmare otherwise. Like, just an absolute bloody nightmare. How do I wanna... Thinking I use... Weapon Bronze? As my base coat? And then... Maybe try Nuln Oiling... I could have waited on Nuln Oiling the steel, but... Put Nuln Oil on the Weapon Bronze and then True Copper as the highlight. I think that would work. For a bronze. I don't know. Find out. If I don't like it, I'll just put is it Greedy Gold? Greedy Gold. I can English, I think. Yeah, let's try that. Also, I realized my palette got way out of cam. That doesn't help you guys at all. Not even sure when that happened. It's on autopilot. Alright, so we got bronze. I want to do the little bolts on his helmet. Bronze. I think that looks cool. Yes, very good. And these Crux Terminata symbols. Also getting the bronze treatment. Very good. Let's hope they don't get like too dark from Nuln Oil. I've done that before with gold. Like Greedy Gold. Nolan Oil, then what is it called? Shiny? Bright Gold. Bright Gold as the highlight. That looks really good for like a gold. I did that on the last White Scars Assault Intercessor I did. And it looks really good and all. Now I'm going for more of a bronze look. Maybe it'll work. Or, you know, I could just be an idiot. I would like some flow improver, please. Airbrush flow improver. It's a great thinning agent. It also removes surface tension. So when you put paint somewhere, it goes exactly where your brush puts it. It doesn't latch onto things just because it's thin. Oh, my camera's having a problem. It has sometimes. Still really not sure what causes that. I'm pretty certain it's on OBS or Twitch's side. Probably OBS's, if I had to guess. Also, welcome other new person. I don't have a name, but you are welcome to hang out, to chill. I'm just chatting about whatever while I paint a Raven Guard Vanguard veteran. Mostly list construction so far. And how to deal with the CP changes as a Raven Guard player. That kind of my only real claim to power was Alpha Strike, utilizing a ton of CP. I can still do the basics of it, but not like before. I mean, before I was using like 7 CP, and that was not even including list construction CP. I had to remove some of my most powerful units. Relic Contemptor and Relic Sicarian Venator. Because I couldn't... It was either remove those or remove my Vanguard Vet Bomb wholesale, which was like one of the biggest parts of my list, and the only thing Raven Guard, like standard Raven Guard, actually do well is like Vanguard Vet Alpha Strike. They're really not great at shooting. Like, they're exactly Space Marines at shooting. They have one stratagem that makes their shooting, like, better. That and their snipers are really scary, but snipers aren't that huge of a deal anymore. Actually, well, there are going to be Chaos players at the tournament I'm setting up for. One of them does have a Master of Possession. Probably should have some way of knocking him out. That or I just send the entire VV bomb after him wherever he is. I'm sure he'll be near other stuff. But like the easiest way would be probably an Eliminator squad. Just I'm not sure where or how to fit that in. Like what else I could take out that would be worth that. Because I feel like if there's big tough stuff, I really need the Eradicators, I really need the Hellblasters. The Storm Raven's doing a crap load of stuff. You know, hordes aren't super common right now, best I can tell. So I really just need to worry about, and there is going to be a Tyranid list involved. I'm pretty sure it's going to be big stuff. So like I really feel like I need the heavy weapons. The Vanguard vets are also kind of like my tanks in all this because they all have storm shields. Like, just here's 10 storm shields. Deal with that now. Like, especially with armor contempt now. Oh wait, armor contempt doesn't count if you have a storm shield. Never mind. Armor contempt helps all my other dudes though. I also have an apothecary in the list, so wherever that apothecary is, just like have fun. Probably gonna be near like the eradicators, if I had to guess. And then try to get them near the Hellblasters. Or the Vanguard vets. Really, like, any of the other, like, elite guys. Just the Apothecary is just gonna be, like, on foot. Just, like, running around. Like, just running as fast and as hard as he can to get to where important people are. So at least he's still good. And actually, the CP changes do help the Apothecary a lot because you'll always have a CP to revive someone unless you use unless you just used them nonstop. But like it's a lot more likely than it used to be that you'll have CP to use. Basically. I think that knee crux needs another coat. I don't know how I got a little bronze in his leg, but okay. I took a quick look at, by taking a quick look, I mean I watched Auspec's tactics video on it, the new Space Marine Heroes thing. Like I get why people would like that, just for me. First maybe there was something more controversial about him, but it's just like whatever. I've heard a few people complain about him. I don't care. Like, it's nowhere near as bad as what's going on in video games right now, so whatever. Like, GW already does way worse stuff than that. Alright. Alright, this bronze is good to go, I think. Yeah. Alright. More non-oil. Why am I yawning? Only 7:40. I mean, I know my day's been pretty hectic till now, and I got up a little earlier than usual. I woke up at, what, like 8:30, I think? Which is early for me. I normally wake up around 10. Get up at 10, sleep at 2. I got up, immediately went to do a photo shoot of the Assault Intercessor I finished yesterday. Took the shots, edited it, posted it, which is good because I'm just keeping up with my my desire to put up a picture of a finished model every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or at least as close to that as possible. I can foresee when I get to some bigger models, I'm not going to be able to keep that up. I'm barely keeping that up now. I mean, granted, I am doing very high detail stuff, but, you know, as long as I can, especially to help push the Twitch stream a bit more, and especially after this weekend when I get my merch up on the on my site. Which reminds me, Owned really needs to fix the chat bots so I can put in a merch command. I need that. I need that like yesterday. So yeah, and I finished a Vanguard vet today, so that gets me Mondays. So I have until Wednesday to finish another mini, which if on my downtime over the weekend I continue painting this guy, maybe that will be done by Monday, and I can have another one done by Wednesday. That'll get me ahead a little, I think. I think I can speed up a little bit on these guys. In any event, trying to do 3 pictures on Instagram and my other social media, which hopefully eventually will be Facebook. Facebook fixed my stuff. And Facebook broke my Facebook page. Which I was getting a lot of traffic through Facebook before. Not to hear I wasn't streaming yet, but like I was getting a lot of like interactions on Facebook. Red. Is red still good? Kinda still good. Move the palette again. An idiot. I have a palette cam for a reason. But I really like my Facebook page to be fixed. I feel like I could be doing really well on there. Again. I have a lot of pictures to catch up on there. I've finished like 5 models since then. Anyway, it's gonna be a whole spam of photos on Facebook. Whenever Facebook gets around to fixing my admin status, which I'm not even sure where that sits right now because I kind of hit a brick wall. Anyway, there might come a point where I just say screw it and just reset it. I mean, I don't think I had that many followers on it anyway. So, I suppose here's the problem, is that I'd be making an exact copy of the page, and I would have, like, already lost my own name. Would have to make it, like, a variant of my name, and that'd be really annoying. Just not great. This red is not actually great. I'm refreshing the red. Anyway, what was my point before? Doing the paint stuff for Instagram, I think. I just went from one tangent to another. I don't remember what my original point was. I know while I'm painting the Storm Raven that, you know, I guess here's the point. I gotta paint like the wind and get ahead enough with the Storm Raven to slow me down if I actually want to keep up that 3 minis a week on my social media. While not skimping out on my standard quality either. Actually, I do want red along the rim, the bottom rim of the helmet. That's gonna help with the glow effect later. As it gonna be glowing? I'm thinking I might actually just do all of the red everything. So get the highlight on them, and in the red ink. While it's drying, do the highlighting on all the metal stuff, and then probably do the leather bit and then the black armor lap. That seems appropriate. I suppose one big question is if with the Hellblasters, I continue with the Hellblasters, Eradicators. If I use my new speed paint method of black, or my standard, 2-wave highlights. It's like, so far my vehicles have gone to speed paint, which makes sense because they're huge. But I haven't really done that to any infantry, at least not any infantry in this list. They're all... But those are the only Gravis in this list. You know what? I think that might be a caveat. Like, it's my army, I make the rules, but they are rules. I made an standard, an expectation. Important. Or so I'm told. On the other hand, like half the army's tribalized and the other one's not, so probably me just overthinking crap as usual. As it stands, I'm pretty sure most people are just trying to hit the tournament minimum of 3 paints and basing. Still have no idea when the tournament is, for reference, by the way. It was just announced that it will exist today, but there's no date. But because of how much I need to do at the quality that I do it at, I'm like, well, that's my new priority painting-wise. At least now I can somewhat justify it monetarily in that I'm doing the streaming with it, as opposed to focusing on a commission. But the commission I'm already fully paid off on. It just, the commission needs to be finished, and that guy's not in a rush at all, so not a big deal. There's no way that yellow is still good. It's not a chance. So I'm gonna get some, so that was Corn Red and then, Wild Rider Red. I'm getting some Phalanx Yellow. Because apparently the Phalanx is this super neon yellow in the sky. Nah, I know it's for Imperial Fist, just whatever. Now, if and when, really when, I really want it to be when I get the Age of Darkness box in the other hand. Then I'll probably do everything, like all the black armor stuff with my speed paint method. Which is actually quite simple, but effective. It's dry brush everything white. Like, or, you know, dry brush all the edges white. Actually, yeah, just dry brush everything white. Like, really get in there with it, and then non-oil it until satisfied. It works, and I just got yellow paint really where I didn't want it. I probably should have put some orange in there, but you know what? I'll have to put some orange in there now, because that's not gonna look good. Not sure why that happened, but it did. Yeah, I can only hope through all this I eventually pick up another commission. I could really use one right now. More or less anything at this point would be great. But numbers game. Until then, keep putting myself in front of people and hope for the best. It's really frustrating as the other day I got an inquiry on a commission and they put the wrong email in their form. So I have no way of responding. It was a cool sounding commission too. I was like, I would like to do this. Here's my quote on it. Then the email was like, yeah, that email don't exist. I'm like, well, that's wonderful. I tried multiple email servers, my own, and then Gmail. Still don't work. Considering it was a Gmail given to me, if Gmail to Gmail doesn't work, then, like, I guess that email doesn't exist. So much for that. It did prompt me to put on my website above the form that double check your email, because if you spell it wrong then we're both screwed. My only way of contacting you unless I know you from elsewhere. Although really I'd like to get a lot more people in my Discord, in which case I have another means to do that there. Which I would totally link in the profile with a, I mean in the chat with a command right now, but chatbot's broken. Could put an invite, just general purpose in a minute. You know, for the one lurker in there right now in the chat. That's fine. Let's get in the habit of doing that anyway. I should really set up timers for that stuff, but I don't know if they would even work right now. And I should have them set up anyway. We'll do that tonight after I eat dinner. After the stream. And so I'll set up for Monday. So Monday I'll have timers, maybe I'll have chatbot, and I'll have merch on the website. That'd be nice. There we go. Now you can't tell that I screwed up. Well, you can, but I'm gonna put a little shader in there. Maybe I could put a tiny thing of red. Very, oop, just camera. There we go. Sweet. I just need a tiny white dot, exactly where I want the focal point of all this to be. And then it will be red ink. You see there was some on the palette. Is it still good? Nope, not at all. That is completely dry. That's fine. You know, I feel like I'm using it constantly. This ink, ink really does, what do you call it? Stretch. Probably going to be another year before I need to buy any new ones. Well, actually, I keep using the blue on large stuff, so maybe the blue at some point, but some of the inks might last me years longer because I never use like black green. I only have that because I bought a set. What am I gonna use black green on? It also just sounds like BO10 green, for that matter. Just more saturated. Man, this helmet's gonna make some pretty jealous Black Templar players later. Just how good it's gonna look. Right, let that dry. In the meantime, should probably highlight the steel. Yes. After I finish cleaning this brush, because red ink must take its time coming out. Like really in there. Alright, size 0 brush. With the good one. I don't know. In the event, I'm putting on some plate mail metal. I think it's called. Which is like the, yeah, plate mail metal army painter, which is the equivalent of Iron Breaker with GW or Citadel or whatever. Oh yeah, actually with this one, when this guy's done, I can get 2 pics out of him, or 2 posts out of him, because I'll have the first 5 of the Vanguard vest done, so I can get a group photo. Sweet. Social media efficiency. Let's go. And for some reason it really does not want to take. All of a sudden, like, the reflective metal paint, why don't you? There we go. I was like, man, is this just not as reflective as I remember it being? No. Yeah, having some new music in the mix is really refreshing. Which I'm still not sure if I've really figured out the best audio volume for that matter. Really should go back into the VODs and figure that out for next week. Start Monday with just a whole slew of new stuff ready to go. You know what? No one can even see that. It's fine. No, it's gonna bug me. Well, and I haven't normally like it. Screw it. Continuing on. And I think this tournament is still too soon to expect to see any Leagues of... Actually, I don't even know. Have the Leagues of Votann stuff like released yet? Like any of it actually gone to the public? I thought I saw someone painted a mini of it not too long ago. On Discord, but for all I know, that could have been an AOS like dwarf model. Like it wasn't like really a high quality painting or picture for that matter. So like I could just tell it was a short dude with a hammer. That's about all I got. So I guess that could have been Age of Sigmar for all I know. So who knows? My eyes are not turning out to be as viciously glowing as I thought they would, or hoped they would. Kind of came out like very red. Well, actually, maybe I'll do another pass with just like another pass to the inside with just a much more watered down amount of like a thinner ink solution. Oh, right. Oh, we gotta go around like this way. Oh, I've got the bronze is got the bronze's ass plate. It's a little too amusing. It's the whole thing of it. Yeah, I'm wondering how like gameplay wise where the Leagues of Votann will fit in, because I mean so far they just seem like short Space Marines, which is like Don't we have enough Space Marines? As a Space Marine player, I also paint Space Marines for another Space Marine player. Primarily plays with, yeah, another Space Marine player. I'm a Raven Guard player that's been painting White Scars for a White Scar player, and my primary opponent for the last 6 months has been a Space Wolf player. In fact, just about every person in the local area, almost all of them have, like, amongst their other armies, a Space Marine army. Like our main Orc player also has a Wordbearer's army and a... Does he still have his Iron Hands? I don't remember. He might also have Iron Hands. And then we have a... we have a guy who plays Dark Angels and Night Lords and World Eaters. I don't think he plays Custodes anymore. The game store owner amongst his armies has Blood Angels. Not Blood Angels, Blood Ravens. While our Emperor's Children player also plays Blood Angels. It's like... Ironically, the thing that we have the most non-Space Marine... Let's see, of the players that don't have a Space Marine army, they're all purists as far as I know, which is 2 Necron players and a Drukhari player. Oh, the White Scars player also has like a Tau arm, or oh no, I think he got rid of his Tau army. He also plays Thousand Suns, among other things. Oh, and followers of Be'lakor. Like Be'lakor's whatever. Bought that army once. Absolutely destroyed him, but that was before. That was pre-CP change. Raven Guard, Alpha Strike army. It's actually I hadn't even super formulated. Like that was the game that formulated that that list. I kind of just made it. It's off the top of my head because I had most everything I owned with me at the time. It was quite late into a 24-hour charity stream. Oh yeah, I still have a bunch of ridges on these straps to do before we go on to like down there. Why does it feel like top here never got hit? I think it did, just not very well. Alright, anyway. Yeah, probably, ironically, on both, painting and gameplay, my biggest threat is probably the same guy, the Dark Angels player. If he plays as Dark Angels, I'm gonna have a pretty rough time, I think. Because, like, ironically, we have that Emperor's Children player. He's like middling in skill. He's not terrible. Just a couple games I played against him, I wasn't massively impressed. Oh, that was a long time ago. He might have gone better. I don't know. I was really bad for a long time myself. Only in the past like year or so that I really started upping and skill level. Alright, I think that's the chest and belt completely done. Looks pretty good. Let's get the helmet and then go down to the legs. We got, the neck here. There's ear caps. I don't know what the point of these are, to be honest. I just know I always make them steel colored. Oh, I know. Kind of hoping by the end of the night, torso, legs, and maybe most of the jump pack done. Like, we're an hour in. Most of the steel is done. The rest of the steel will be done in just a minute here. Bronze. Maybe we could get through the entire jump pack. It's just the jump pack takes a while from that. Just the wings take a while. I think there's a version where all of that could be done. Right, the legs, the thing down here. Guess I'll get these bolts a little bit, just shine them up. And then I'm gonna do this very carefully, I suppose. That's kind of working so far. There's the very ridged nature of it. I can kind of just, yeah. I think that actually worked. Yeah, that actually worked. That looks great. Cool. Oh, I didn't get the behind the knee seal. Fine. Okay, and before I move on to the bronze, I'm gonna bronze that Aquila in the back and Nuln Oil it. And while it's drying, I'm doing the highlights for the rest of the bronze. Oh yeah, I just remembered I did not do my weekly weigh-in today. I'll have to do that tomorrow morning. See how progress in working out and a change in diet this week have coalesced. I feel like there's a spot in here. Just the paint refused to hit. There we go. I feel like sometimes brass on black just needs a number of coats. It never seems to want to cover opaquely the first or even the second time around. Always needs a couple coats. No idea what that is. Kinda odd. Nice. All right. Get him a brush thoroughly, and then grab Nuln Oil and get to highlighting the rest of the bronze. Man, tired for not even being halfway through the stream. Jeez. Have been thinking about maybe like 1, maybe 2 streams a week, mixing it up and doing something not painting, like doing like an Elden Ring playthrough or something like that, just to like mix it up and you know, tap in a few other categories. I mean, I was thinking about maybe the Friday night one, but maybe not my first week. Maybe not. Dilate the brand that quick. Of course, if the chat has any opinion on that, I'd love to hear it. I don't remember what those other metallics are, so I'm just gonna flip this around and we're gonna toss some true copper on there. Okay, I forgot how much darker true copper is. Yep, looks like we're going gritty gold. That's not a highlight. It's a... We want to do it the other way around. Your copper and then... Weapon bronze is the... highlight. These, I will say these do get a lot of paint in their caps. These. I don't feel like I need a lot. I'm not even storing them upside down. They're still making, like, all that nonsense. It's unnecessary, if you ask me. I don't think I ever tapped these bolts with a highlight. Maybe I'll tap them with this. I got some resist there. I don't want it. Actually, it's just from the Vanguard Vet, pack. It's not the Maltese Cross on there, it's the Crux Terminatus on there. What's up, Justin? Definitely looks like a Black Templar helm, though. Get the C-stand home. C-stand. I feel like I should know immediately what that is. Why is that not coming to my brain? Granted, I am, like, already pretty tired, even though I'm not even halfway through the stream. C-stand. Oh, yeah. Okay, yep. Yeah, no, I should have known exactly what that was the second you said it. Durr. Right. Are you gonna start streaming at your place? Actually, here's a question. Are we gonna stream the tournament when we do it? We could even have multiple streams of the tournament. This cam here is just my phone. No, but I have to take photos. Would you like to have some kind of streaming of the tournament? Just throwing it out there. I think about, but we'd have to keep it. But we need to keep it PG. Well, that might be kind of hard with our people. Yeah. Maybe just for our own sanity, maybe skip that then. There's someone that has to all the time. Holding all that within in times of great emotion really kills your bows. Anyway, that was a thought. You have your 2K NIDs ready to go. You can go through a children's house. Get 2 kids. Actually, not hordes. I figured it wouldn't be hordes, because hordes aren't really what's good for Tyranids right now. It's Godzilla lists. Like the Crusher or the Crusher Stampede and Crusher Stampede adjacent concepts. Armor 10 plus the -1 AP ignore is broken for hordes. Yeah. That's why my list doesn't have much in the way of, like, anti-horde weapons. It's all big stuff. Actually, I was talking in the stream earlier, well, mostly to myself. I don't know. There's been one person lurking for a while now. I don't know if we're actually listening or not. But about, I don't even meta list. I just added what I had that wasn't cons. Fair. I mean, my list is, like, probably the best I can think of for Raven Guard with what I own, but Raven Guard's not meta at all anymore, so I don't even know what it would be at this point. Like, yeah, starting with 6 CP, like, I would routinely go through 7 CP turn 1, like, just about every game before. I've been playing with Matt, against Matt's Space Wolves, like, you know, nearly a half dozen times in the last 6 months. And that list was doing really well. It took him like 4 tries to be able to really challenge it. Oh yeah, I gotta do his tramp stamp. I had 3 choices for the list. The one I knew most was the NIDs. Yeah, that's totally fair. I'm just salty that I can't. It takes a lot to reason me taking my Contemptor and my Vander because I love both those models and I love their rule sets. But I only got 6 CP, and spending a CP just to have them exist is kind of a problem. You do get 2 CP per battle round, just start with 6. Yeah, well the problem is all of Raven Guard's good abilities are, like, or not all of them, but like the vast majority of them are pre-game or start of the game abilities. Strike from the Shadows, Infiltrate, Strike from the Shadows and Infiltrate. Infiltrate. I mentioned Infiltrate. And then the other good ones that I have access to, Snipe the Warlord. Well, here's the problem. It's only 6 points to snipe with Slay the Warlord. Right? It's 6 VP. Yes, I can, in almost every case, guarantee a Warlord kill. If I made a list to do that, because, I mean, I'm Raven Guard. I better be able to do that. The problem is, like, it's 6 CP, and generally speaking, that's actually not going to affect the overall strategic situation in a game anyway, because most warlords are their existence does not make or break the lists unless they're like Abaddon, or actually just Abaddon, Mortarion, you know, Abaddon or the Primarchs. Unless there's an unless Abaddon or one of the Primarchs or like the Silent King makes an appearance, sniping the Warlord specifically. My Warlord's frontline. I mean, I'm gonna be running Strike Strike in a jump chaplain. Swarmlord's my warlord. Yeah. I can actually foresee Strike and the Swarmlord going head to head in the match. Which will be interesting because I know neither of them will be alone during that, so it'll be quite the show. You finished off a knight. Yeah, well, I get a lot of bonuses against characters, remember? I have outputted before 7 mortal wounds just through shenanigans with my list, and actually that only requires I think 1 CP to pull off. Hold on, how much is Hammer of Wrath? Hammer of Wrath stratagem. Oop, there's stratagems. Yeah, 1 CP. Right. Well, actually, Hammer Wrath, I probably wouldn't do that against Swarmlord. What's Swarmlord's toughness? It's probably like a 6 or 7, which kind of means that's out. Although it would help taking out whatever his bodyguards are. What am I doing next to this guy? Yeah, probably the leather. My Zoanthrope unit is +6. +6 to Sega rolls if it's squad 6, so Mega Summon plus 3 more wounds from that. Jeez. Oh, that might be a reason to take snipers just to pick off those things. Gross. Nah, I got other ways of picking those off. I have things. I have stuff. Swarm is 7 or 8. Yeah, no, Hammer Wrath against him specifically isn't gonna be anything. But I do have other stuff that does mortal wounds on a single target, including characters. How do I wanna do this leather? I'm trying to think how I did the leather for my intercessor. I want to say that started with Rakarth flesh. They're up to now T5, I think. Yeah, that's fine. That's actually not a concern. Yeah, no, I know how I'll deal with them. Oh, I might have Kislev flesh. I'm gonna do Kislev. I think I need a new sheet for my palette. Yeah, I need a new sheet on my palette. There's actually still a lot of paint in that sheet, but whatever. Stormwise T8, alright. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I have things to deal with that. I got stuff. Oh yeah, my sheets are not actually in there. They're over here. I took them out in preparation for that. Yeah, no, T8 Swarmlord. Yeah, I got stuff. I have... How many meltas in this list? 4, 6, 9 melter shots. Nope, 10 melter shots. Somewhere in this list. Grand, I have to deal with the... Wait, is Swarmlord... How many wounds does Swarmlord have? Does he have character protection? Does he require sniping? I don't remember if they made him, like just shootable or not. 13. Okay, so yeah, I can just shoot him. Yeah, no, I'm not worried about Swarmlord. Swarmlord's gonna be dead. Swarmlord's gonna be very dead. Like, even if I don't kill him turn 1, turn 2, guaranteed kill. Because my entire army gets +1 to hit, +1 to wound when targeting him. And they can all target him. And have a lot of pretty hefty hitting weapons. 9 attacks now. Yeah, well, his 9 attacks still in melee, so he's gotta get in melee. And then I have stuff to get out of melee and then still do useful stuff. So, like, just because you melee tap something does not mean, like, you've screwed me. I have stuff for that. So, yeah, actually, yeah, Swarmlord specifically, not worried about. I'm more worried about the other stuff you might have. Like Zoanthropes. That's gross. Zoanthropes are probably going to be a bigger, like, immediate target for me than the friggin' Swarmlord. It's only 6 zones. Yeah, great, so I can take him out quickly. Guess where all my, like, funny tricks are going. Zoanthropes. Like, smite like that? No, I'm not dealing with that. I can smite from any... Oh, no, that's disgusting. Get out of here. Just go away. Snipe from any... Or it's not snipe. Smite from any synapse creature. Just not, like, keep stuff away from the zoanthropes. It's just smite from anywhere. No, get out. that's gross on so many levels. Like, oh, I want to hit this thing with smite, but it's, you know, that's actually a, I don't remember any of the other, like, units, like, what the other synapse units are called. Not warriors. I don't know. All the other stuff. Gotta break the synapse chain, stop its chain. Well, yeah. Or I can just stop the smite from its source, is my point. I don't think they have any kind of, like, innate shooting protection besides, you know, terrain, right? But that's all psychic units. Oh. That can bounce powers. When Tyranids suddenly become Grey Knights. Or Thousand Suns. Like, suddenly Tyranids are a psychic army now. Oh, you know what? You're gonna have a fun time against our fellow, not fellow, but our local Necron players. All like 2 or 3 or 4 of them. 4 wounds, 4 up invuln, T5. Yeah, I can tear through that. Actually, exactly what I was planning on dealing with that. I can deal with that just fine. I have a block of Hellblasters, 10 strong, with Assault Incinerators. Which I think you've seen those in action before. 30... if I supercharge, it's 30 shots at T7, neg 4, 2 damage each. And, yeah, you can hide those zoanthropes if you want. You're also running 2 Carnifexes. Yeah, well, that's what the Eradicators are for. Among other things. Yeah, and I can make those Hellblasters pop up anywhere I want. Which only lasts at 3, but point changes. I got some buffs and point changes. My Storm Raven went down, like, 20 or 30 points. Like, it's now just saying, even with all the weapons and stuff, it's saying at, like, just above 300 points. It's, like, a lot more reasonable now. I want to say they reduced its base cost, so now it's, like, 270. Where before it was, like, 300. Yeah, it went down, like, 30 points. And I am bringing the Storm Raven, by the way, so that's a flying Land Raider with twin multi-meltas, flat 3 damage missiles, 2 heavy plasma cannons, so plasma cannon plus 1 damage, and 2 hurricane bolters. The only downside is I don't have Tech Marine in this list, so I can't give a +1 to hit on everything anymore like I used to in my old list. That was a lot of fun. It's like, hey, here's a Storm Raven. Also, it hits on 2s. But I effectively swapped out the Tech Marine for an Apothecary. Because I I went from 3 vehicles to 2, and both the vehicles are very fast and are not going to be sitting around anywhere in particular, so Tech Marine doesn't really make sense. Sent me the list? Okay. My list is, Shrike, let's see, Shrike, Jump Chaplain. I'm still not sure if he's gonna have Benediction of Fury or not. Probably will. He's gonna have Exhortation of Rage and Mantra of Strength. He'll probably... I might do some moving some stuff around to give him Master of Sanctity so he can cast 2 per turn. Because having both of those up at any given time is really good. And then seems Nerathrop was my warlord. Then I have 2 5-man infiltrators with Infiltrator Comms Array, 2 intercessors with auto bow 2 5-man intercessors with auto bow rifles. I was giving them Power Fist and Grenade Launcher, but I might drop those to give the Chaplain Master Sanctity. Then I've got Firstborn Apothecary, just regular, just dude with a chainsword. 10 Vanguard Vets, Claws and Shield, 3 Eradicators, Melter Rifles, 10 Hellblasters, Solid Plasma Incinerators, a Land Speeder Typhoon, the missile one, with a Multi-Melta, and Storm Raven with the weapons I just mentioned. You start with 0 CP. I start with some well, I start with, I guess, 5 CP, which it will all be immediately used, because 3 for Infiltrate. Another one for putting probably the Hellblasters in Strike from the Shadows, and then another one saved for, like, probably Hammer of Wrath, or, if it makes more sense, Adaptive Strategy, depending on what I throw the VVs against. It's like, here's the thing, I can give my Vanguard Vets, which will have full rerolls to hit and wounds, and +1 to wound from the Chaplain. And then, if I give them Adaptive Strategy, their Lightning Claws go to -3, and they're considered in a Tactical Doctrine as well, so they get Surgical Strikes. So if I attack a character with them, they get +1 to hit, +1 to wound. Now, it doesn't stack with the Exhortation of Rage, but I get +1 hit. So they're hitting on 2s with AP -3. Sorry, 5 CP, I forgot to update. It's fine. I don't even know what any of the new Tyranid stratagems are. I've not played them since they got their new codex, so I have no idea. I did listen to the Adeptus Ridiculous podcast about the Tyranids. I know they mentioned a bunch of them, but that was a while ago. I don't remember anymore. But hey, you did this right. You got a warlord that I'm not gonna one-shot and win the game instantly. So that's a plus. Even if it is a Nerathrop. Yeah, I'm not bringing any Eliminators because, you know, it's not 8th edition anymore. Or Crusade. I think in Crusade, Eliminators make a lot of sense just to troll the other players by consistently putting their characters at risk of getting battle scars, which is kind of hilarious when you think about it. Number 2 meta army behind Sisters. It's like, it's kind of nuts that Sisters are, like, one of the top armies now, right? That's what you're saying? I think I saw that somewhere else, too. Although Chaos is here now. They're OP. I mean, I believe it. I mean, they have literally miracle dice. Like, yeah, they are top. Yeah. And, yeah, they have a thing called miracle dice. And, like, let me pull a miracle out of nowhere. Like, as a gameplay feature. Top 3, Sisters, Niche Crons. Yeah, I know a guy, in a Discord server that, His Discord name is Asseltep. Because he's like the saltiest Necron player you ever, number one Space Marines being Space Wolves. That makes sense. Because the last time I played Matt Space Wolves, and he actually was trying to like really push like tactics for like the first time ever, and not just throwing Wolfen at me. He actually did beat me. I really screwed up my turn 1 movement, to be fair. That really put myself in a really bad location, and it just kind of went downhill from there. I still killed a lot of his army, but he just got ahead of me in victory points. But oh yeah, wasn't. Oh yeah, so the Necron player. I gotta go troll him about him no longer being the worst army, and now like, my army is definitely worse than his, because we both kept talking about how we have like these terrible armies, and now we just paint and do nothing else. Gene Claw of 0 places. I mean, when was the last time Gene Stealers were meta in any regard, to be fair? Which kind of makes sense when you think about it, because in the lore, Gene Stealers are only supposed to be effective against, like, normal humans that aren't expecting them. When they came out. Oh yeah, when they first came out as an army, yeah, they were pretty ridiculous. Which, again, like they're doing with Alpha Legion now, Gene Stealers were just Raven Guard, but better, and then eventually Space Marines 2.0 came out, and it went correct again, where Raven Guard are everything Gene Stealers can do, but better. Totally makes sense. But yeah, in the lore, Gene Stealers aren't even supposed to be an army that can take on the other major factions. They're supposed to be in, like, uprisings. Like, that's it. So, like, in a way, that kind of makes sense. Have enough Leagues of Votann anything released yet that we can see, Word Bearers being top cast? I did hear that, and, like, Black Legion's right behind him. I've not really been following the Votann releases, like at all. Have they released enough that we've seen any tournament spread on them yet? Or actually, I don't think their codex has come out. Their codex has even been announced yet, have they? Yeah, I think all of that's like too far up the pipeline. Just like I said, I've not been. Yeah, I've not been paying attention to them like at all. Like most Warhammer news, I've actually not been paying attention to. I've just been, my head's just been underground and different work stuff. I think they've. Yeah, 3 to 4 mile. Yeah, because like I remember. So like they have like the base infantry, the trikes, the truck, and now the Terminator equivalents. Which now it's starting to feel like, are these just like slightly smaller Space Marines? Which isn't that what Sisters were supposed to be? So like, where do they fit in like gameplay wise? Like, what's the niche they're supposed to be filling here? Supposedly, I don't get it. I like Tau, I'm guess. Like a tougher Tau, Imperial Tau. That kind of makes sense. They have like strong guns, but they're tough enough that they can take a punch. But their guns aren't as good as Tau. But they're better than like most Imperial factions. Except like maybe Mechanicus. So like they're like a. Yeah, I don't know. I think the lore was they trade with them. But yeah, the Squats used to trade with everybody that wanted to trade. Like that was one of their big things, was trading. Just then like the Orcs decided to attack and the Elves decided to sit back and do nothing. And then the Squats were like, you're going in the book. I am actually glad that the Squats are coming back. When I was younger, like in fantasy stuff, I was all about dwarves. Still like dwarves, just I don't know, humans have become more of my go-to. Like all my D&D characters are humans now. I like the idea that I can go toe-to-toe with like demigods and be like demigods and archfey and crap, and I can be like, dude, I am a dude. Newest Army since Gene Cult? Newest Army since Sisters. Because Sisters was only a couple years ago. Gene Cult was 8th edition. And I think it was Custodes before Gene Cult. So it's like Votann, Sisters, Gene Cult, Custodes. If memory serves. Yeah, just my sitting. Probably hit every camera on the way of adjusting. My crusty boys can be fielded, but I haven't learned the new codex yet. Oh, so we're not going to be seeing that new champion guy cut through a bunch of stuff before just getting plasmaed in the face. I'm going to need more water soon. Alright, I think I fully base coated this. Now if I can remember, Core converted him to a Chaos Spawn before he got downfield. That's pretty funny. Speaking of... Wait, you mean Cody or Corey? It sounds like a Cody thing. Corey, okay. Oh, right. Yeah, I said a brain fart. I mentioned that I was tired earlier, right? Right, yeah. Okay, yep. Now I know where my... Yeah. Anyway, Corey. I am somewhat concerned about his, Emperor's Children, because Chaos, their new book is just a little ridiculous, and that actually did have me thinking that maybe I would bring some Luminaires to... in case he brought a Master of Possession, so I could just smack that down immediately. I don't even know if he owns a Master of Possession. I know Joe owns one, but Joe say what, Oh, does it? It's nice to hear. I'm glad that it will look nice for whoever actually wins it, because I am pretty certain it will not be me. Like I said, I'm just going for that best painted. How did I do this last time? I want to say I did a bunch of the skin tone, or the skin washing, and then I did some violet when I did the intercessor. So, like, what I'm trying to replicate is... I did this, like... Oh, it's not the same piece of leather. Well, it's pretty close. I'm trying to replicate this, effectively, which was, like, a whole bunch of different inks and stuff. On that. Best painted flyers, official GWs, it's not something I printed. Yeah, no, I figured as much. Because, I mean, you said you got, like, a whole bunch of stuff from GW, so I figured, that was an extra thing. So I can say I won, like, an official GW painting, like, best painted army. In an official GW tournament. I did find it pretty funny that Taylor said earlier that he was concerned that he might show up with the only army with more than 3 colors on the models. I'm like, no. Your concerns are unwarranted. Like, I'll find a way to get up there for, like, a tournament. Army is on the game table. Fully painted based. Well, like, fully painted to, like, tournament standard, or, like, painted? Like, is it painted nice? Parade ready. Well, maybe not all the way to parade, but, like, pretty good anyway. Good enough to look good to me. Well... No, I'm messing with you. I've seen your Custodes. Just put it that way. And it looks like just gold spray can and then washed and then dry brushed. Which, I mean, totally fair. That's a legitimate way of doing Custodes. I'm actually gonna be probably dry brushing these feathers and inking them and when I figure out this leather nonsense. Just there's so much space to like try to evenly, not really evenly. What I want is actually more collection down in the recesses. No, Craftface. How's everyone else doing, by the way? Because I know Justin and I going back and forth, but I see there are other people hanging out here. Anyone else hobbying? I do welcome you into the chat. Well, into the stream and the chat. Be clear. Primed White, Iron Warrior's base. Use snakebite leather over the silver parts that meant to be gold and a dry brush gold. Oh. Interesting. So it's an illusion. A trick. It's not gold at all. You pulled the classic like counterfeit crown on us. It actually got a core of iron. Like to mess around with paints. Well, yeah, that's the fun part. So while this ink wash dries, I'm gonna dry brush the feathers and pull a trick on that. Actually, I'm gonna pull what I did on the other guy I finished earlier. Yeah. Ugh. Avatar Arcane was in contrast. Oh boy. Let's see, I finished this guy earlier. Which I really like how that pauldron came out. So, the whole Vanguard Vet squad is being painted to like this kind of level. Which actually, like, most of the entire list is painted that kind of level. Let's see this. Ooh. That's not shabby. Hold on, let me, let's throw this up on the stream, because why not? Window capture properties. His eyes are not green anymore. Let's see. The legs are very cool. Did a nice job on the detail on the legs. What color did you change the eyes to? Lava like the sword. Cool deal. Yeah. Alright. So let's do these feathers. I'm gonna take some Army Painter matte white. I feel like I kind of like. I think I like the green more because they pop out. Because there's not much green elsewhere on the guy, if at all. Effect, but not maximum effort anymore. Ah. I will say that the Eradicators might be a little bit more on the quick painted side by my standards, but there'll still be like many colors involved there. It'll still be like pretty top notch, just not as much as I normally do. Effort, but not maximum effort. Gotcha. If anyone's wondering how to get vibrant feathers going on, this is how you do it. Base coat black, dry brush white. And we're gonna ink this blue. The ink's gonna do like all the work for us. I used to actually highlight them like individually. This gets you way more color, stands out way more, and takes very little time. Blood Ravens were my least effort army. Well, they still look pretty good, but yeah, they were all speed painted with Contrast. That was like right after Contrast came out, right? That was what like a year and a half ago, at least? Maybe 2 years ago now? Yeah, that looks correct. Game Ink, Blue Ink, Prime Silver, and Blood Angels Red. Yeah, it makes sense. I needed the details. When, if I get that Age of Darkness box, I will be using a number of new speed painting tricks to paint most of those guys, like, fairly quickly. Like, at least the Tactical Marines. Probably the base armor color of the Spartan and the Contemptor too, while I'm at it. Although I'm probably still gonna modify the Spartan and Contemptor a fair bit. Could probably brush I was using just disappear. Oh, because it's over here. First, I can't find the brush because it's not with the brushes. I'm gonna wire this ink down more before tossing it on there. There we go. All right. So yeah, the Vanguard vets are gonna get full absolute treatment. The Eradicators are probably gonna be a little quicker. And I'm not doing a bunch of tribalization on them, at least not yet. I would have my rig set up, but I grabbed the wrong wire. Oh, well that sucks. I've done that before, actually. I hate that. The Storm Raven already got the quick paint method for the armor plate, but it's gonna get like full detail on like everything else. I'm probably not gonna try to do the pilot before the tournament. I mean, it's not like you can really see inside anyway, especially because I screwed up the canopy a fair bit, so like it's not great. It has some battle damage, let's put it that way. Alright, I may have to do a second pass on the feathers. They're actually looking pretty good. Also, the table is still in the charity stream's possession, so no model bumping. Nice. I think that setup was like the optimal setup, if you ask me. Tell the truth. Oh yeah, I've been messing with my music's audio a lot lately. Would you say its volume is good? Like, audible, but not going over me. Minus me trying to work around the C stand. Well, yeah, you know. Nothing's perfect. Alright, let's see if I remember how to do the Violet bit. I just remember that I used Violet at some point. Audio's good. Sweet. So I was listening to a VOD from one of my earliest streams earlier today, finding that reference for who was it? Eastern Fox, I want to say, and I was like, wow, I can't hear the music like at all. That ain't good. Easton is JC. JC as in... Oh man, I'm so bad at names. Last. Okay, Justin, the other Justin. Gotcha. Alright. I don't know why we don't make it that, like... Everyone set their server nickname to, like, their actual name, so everyone knows who they're talking to. Of course, yours is obvious. You're the admin. It says right there. Yeah, well, even if, like, someone didn't make that connection, they click on your profile and it says admin. I don't remember how else I, like, made this look more like leather. On the other one, anyway. I got a bunch of blue up that one strip there. I gotta fix that. That's gonna bug me. Anyway, enough about the Blade Discord. What blue is that? That is, you talking about the feathers? Were you not paying attention when I did the feathers? I did the feathers like 90 seconds ago. Feathers are base coat black, dry brushed white, and then game ink blue, watered down a bit, put over it. Yeah, it's ink. I use inks a lot now. Actually, like all the stuff on the leather stuff is ink. Game ink, skin wash, and then doing the recesses with violet. Yeah, I'm using inks constantly. The eyes are also ink. It's white ink with an airbrush. I actually don't have any white ink. I should get white ink. The glow in my Contemptor's Volkites is white with red ink put through an airbrush. That's how they're able to, well, glow like they do. Pretty, vicious glow. I might do another watered down pass with the skin wash to, like, try to even out this. You can't see it very well on the camera, but it's very blocky. Or blotchy, I mean. In person. Oh yeah, I need to get this repair spot as well. It's gonna take a couple passes, or I go back with a much heavier brush load. Keep getting the bolts with a bunch of it too. Maybe that's a good thing actually. Maybe I keep the bolts looking like that. I like white ink on Amazon. I think it was $10 for Big Ball. Oh, that sounds pretty good. Is the link I use. Alright. I'll bookmark that. I don't need any right now, but it's not a bad idea at all. Just to lighten stuff and crap. Alright, I'm gonna let that dry. What's left in this guy? I think just the armor. Yeah, I think it's just the black. Alright, let's get some Eshin Gray going on. Eshin Gray for my highlight. Enough for a tournament, even that would win best painted. Oh, what? Just the guy like this? Of course I'm not gonna stop there. This thing's gotta look perfect. my whole list is, you know, better painted than this. Or will be, one or the other. Why, you're talking to me? Like, do you remember what my land speeder looks like? If you don't, I got it right here. Land speeder. Then again, I am the one that picks the winner. We all know how I feel about Raven Guard. I figured best paint would probably be what do you call it? Group opinion or something. Not group opinion, like a vote, a public vote. Or we could do it that way. I think my least well painted guy is just because it's been the longest since I painted him is probably my jump chaplain. I gotta do that gun. Yeah, this guy, He's okay. Oh, I gotta do the jump pack too. The jump pack's not really been done. It's just got like silver and a white skull in the back. So like his add-ons need to be finished. That old resin. Yeah, no kidding. It's not it's a little rough. Literally. It's also like old white for me. It's not the white since I started painting Josh's white scars. It's my old white that's like bluish. Which is like kind of weird for me to see now. My Shrike has that same white too. Primaris Chaplain, slap a jump pack on him. I mean, actually no, I can't do that because the base difference. Primaris Chaplains are on 40 mils. Firstborn are on 32s. That Chaplain actually originally came out on 28, but I rebased him. All characters are on 40s now? Really? You saying I gotta rebase a bunch of my characters? Again? Like, my Apothecary needs a rebase then. Blast. Great. I don't think I even have that many 40 mils. I mean, I got some scenic ones I've been saving for other stuff that I guess I could use, but I'd have to paint them. Do we have a date yet on this tournament? Firstborn Emperor's Champion is on a 40. Oh man. You know how many Firstborn characters I gotta rebase then? I got Solak, I've got Champion and Ancient. Ancient and Champion both have custom scenic bases. Even before Joey's, well, I mean that's great. When is that? I don't know when Joey's for vacation. September. Okay, well that's a pretty good amount of time. I could definitely have everything done by then. I was getting ready to have everything done in the next like 2 weeks, if not before that. I mean, when you're literally painting full time, you can get a lot done. Yeah, plenty of time. But yeah, my current streaming schedule is 40 hours a week, so I mean, you know, literally painting full time. Which even then, I'm still like somewhat struggling to keep up with this ridiculous Instagram pace I've set for myself, which is a like a finished model pick or model post every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Which fortunately, when I finish this guy, that gives me 2 posts because the first 5 Vanguard vets will be done, so I can do a group post. So I will have, actually that makes the entirety of next week, because I got the one I just finished earlier today is Monday, and then this will be Wednesday, and then the group post on Friday, so I have 2 Mondays from now that for me to finish more models. No, that's good work. I'm mostly just trying to get ahead of the game for when I hit the Storm Raven, because that's going to take me like significantly longer. Even though it's mostly details. Well, actually, there's a chance the Storm Raven might be very quick, actually. To be fair. If I use a lot of, like, dry brushing techniques... Like, if I take all the massive metal areas and just swath them in gunmetal with big brushes, and then null oil them, and then dry brush them, the plate mail metal, the iron breaker equivalent for army painter. That could get the big metal bits done very quickly, and then it's mostly just gun details, which I think the things that'll take me the longest is just the the heavy plasma cannons because I'm going to do like hot plasma glow on them. Just unfortunately, I won't be able to glow anything around them because the whole thing's magnetized to be able to allow me to swap loadouts. Gonna go chill. Alright, I'll catch you later, Justin. Nice chatting, though. Gotta build my area. Fair enough. Meantime, how's this flesh looking? I'm gonna put a little Lammy in medium and try to mat down that recess a little bit. But yeah, this is coming together. The edge highlight's gonna take a while, but you know. I'll definitely have this piece done before the end of the stream. The real question is if I'll have the jump pack done by the end of the stream. Nothing else I would have done by the end of the weekend anyway. To jump pack by in the weekend, Monday pick up with his arms. Maybe I'm lucky, knock both arms out Monday. Start up on the next Vanguard Vets Tuesday. Yeah, that'll work. So, how's everyone else doing? You're lurking fair, if you're hobbying, tell me what you're doing, man. What you're building, I wanna know. I'd love to know about the other creative things going on around me. Fuels me. Like the creation of art is like a nutrition all its own, or the knowledge of the creation of art is like a nutrition all its own. Feeds my soul. And again, like way down here. Jeez. Yeah. It's just so hard to reach. Alright, that's probably the best I'm gonna get on that. Alright. So he's running like a fairly psychic heavy Tyranid list. Swarm Lords, some Carnifexes. My primary target will probably be all the psychic stuff first. Knock that out so they can't do a bunch of mortal wound shenanigans on me. And then start bursting down. I mean, that includes the Neurothrope, so then it's bursting down as big stuff from there. I mean, like, stuff that gets too close to my objective holders will get hit by a wall of, like, Melta and crap. So that'll probably be fine. I think I can handle the Tyranids. We'll see. Because, well, he has a bunch of Carnifexes. I have a bunch of Distraction Carnifexes. Which of the several main segments of my army is the one you actually have to worry about? Who knows? Could be any of them. Is it the Storm Raven? Is it the Vanguard Vet Bomb? Is it the Hellblasters waiting to deep strike? Is it the Eradicators with the Apothecaries sitting next to them? Nobody knows. That would actually be a pretty boss use of Feigned Flight. Is using its disengaged strike specifically to fly off to land next to where the Hellblasters would land are going to deep strike. To give them reroll ones to hit, and that's after he gives the activated reroll all hits on the Vanguard Vets in the command phase. Yeah, it sounds like a pretty good set of, like a pretty good combo right there. By turn 2, I'll have the CP for it if I didn't use any CP I didn't start with in turn 1, so that could work, because Feigned Flight's 2 CP. That allows him to disengage, shoot, and charge. And he can do a lot of damage just by himself. Especially stuff that's not actually like good in like actual combat. Or characters. I mean, it'll be turn 2, so he'll be getting +1 hit, +1 a wound, which is mostly the +1 a wound that really helps him, because he's already hitting on 2s. Yeah. The whole time he's giving the infiltrators reroll ones to hit, which is helping their auto wound capability. Yeah, I like that plan. Camera's going funky again. Jeez. Need to reset my brush. Yeah, I think between the Eradicators, the Land Speeder, and the Storm Raven, they'll be taking out the Carnifexes fairly handily. The question is, what is the rest of his list? Because that's not the entire list. He said he sent me a list, so I suppose I could just pull it up and look at it. Yeah, I'm pull that list up in just a minute. I'm assuming he sent it to me on, oh no, I didn't get a ping on Discord, so it might have been on Facebook. Okay. Let's pull up his list. I'm putting some layman medium on this hide here going on. Alright, so he's got High Fleet Leviathan, Neurothrope, Swarmlord, Trigon Prime, oh yeah. Tyranid, his troops are Tyranid warriors. 3, 6, 9 warriors. Haruspecs, Zoanthropes. Oh, and I'm back. Okay. Exocrine and Tyrannofex. I might check a reset again. Sorry, kinda. Anyway. Yeah, I just had a weird connection jump. Alright. Let's get some layman medium. Want to mat down the recess in this leather here. Nah, you know, I'll just use this brush. Oh yeah, I gotta put a bunch more ink on that one area. Alright, cool. Alright, time to pull out the Dawnstone. Wrap this guy up. As for what else is happening in the Warhammer lore overall, I think, at least in like the modern day, you know, like furthest advancement of the lore right now, which is either God of Blight or Lords of Silence. I'm not really sure which. But I do know that I like the idea that the Emperor is starting to stir and do stuff again. I think that's cool. I think, like, honestly, at this point, even if the Emperor came back, the Imperium would still be hard-pressed. There's, like, so much going on right now that's, like, screwing them. I immediately like screwed it up in a very like obvious, in a very every. I can English. I think. What was I saying? Yeah, even if the Emperor came back, the Imperium would still be very hard pressed because of all the stuff going. I mean, you got Gazcool with the orcs, the Silent King is returning, several Katana are like coming up. Galaxy split in half by the Cicatrix Maledictum. And Chaos isn't just sitting on it either. They're pushing. Tyranids are only growing in number. Power or whatever. Eldar doing their weird thing. Which might be a big deal, might not be, not really sure yet. I mean, they're kind of usually our allies at this point. The Leagues of Votann showing up might be a weird spanner in the works. Not sure yet. I mean, it's probably a good thing, but who knows? It's 40k. Yeah, I'm kind of curious where they're gonna pull to next. Not like what's gonna be the next focus bad guy and from Black Library, because the Death Guard got pulled back by Nurgle himself because Tzeentch decided to take advantage of Nurgle's focus on Ultramar. And these old Firstborn models have a lot of very soft edges. I have to say, like, I have a much better time building firstborn models, but I definitely like painting Primaris. All the lines are very well defined, so edge highlighting is not a big deal, like, at all. I think it's why before Primaris, edge highlighting was such a, like, symbol of good painting when it came to, like, Space Marines. It was actually, like, pretty hard to do good edge highlighting comparatively. Primaris, you just drag it along the edge. Firstborn, you gotta, like, aim. In the end, it is doable. It just takes a lot more attention and focus. Now we're back to this right leg again. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna turn into Roger here, trying to paint this. Yeah. Trying to get the brush in there and do what I needed to do correctly, and I can barely see what's going on in there. Ooh, just... Oh, I know, it flows easy. Burn that. Need, like, the brush to not hit bone. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that there's Terminators in the Age of Darkness box. Do my first Cataphracti, and then I would own all 3 kinds of Terminators. Not that I've painted any of them, but you know. I do have 5 standard Terminators and 5 Tartaros. Got the Tartaros magnetized actually. It's pretty nice because they have a bunch of pretty good options to choose from. After I paint the 2K list, it's probably going to be my next project is the Tartaros Terminators, in all honesty. Tricky part though is really going to be this Rex Terminatus imprint in the cheek. Also, is this too rounded to get like a good edge line? It is. I'm gonna have to draw it. Okay, I gotta reset my brush. I want a nice clean line right down the middle, so we're gonna have to set this up with a clean brush and some flow improver. Alright, let's see what we can do. Leaning ever so slightly to the left on the bottom there. I'm gonna clean it up. Second. Yeah. There we go. I have to fix that too. It's fine. Overall, it's coming out really good. Back in with the Dawnstone. Need a lot more Dawnstone. It's not actually coming off the brush. I'm running low. Yeah, no, hold on. Get a bit more. Add a pot. Get some flow improver in there. This right now feels like the painting equivalent of a Dark Souls boss. Like, holy crap. Did I do it? I think I did it. There's like one tiny spot there, but I can't find where my paint is. I'm blending in with the rest. Okay, there's like this one tiny spot, so it's being weird. I don't even know if I'm in frame, but there we go. Nice. Okay. So I'm gonna do some cleanup, and then this segment is done, and it looks amazing if you ask me. But I get some bronze on that belt buckle though. I have to fix that, I guess. I don't know why the gunmetal like stays all nice in the bottle on the bronze and gold ones, just like filling their caps. Very weird. Let that dry. Those. And I need some black to do some cleanup, a few spots. Also super thin. I feel like this is mostly medium. Yeah, right after I finish fixing this up, I'm go running for some more water. I think we might be right now. Oh, nope, I lied. This needs to be down here. Nope, I lied twice, actually. Belt buckle needs a little bit of oil. Okay. Now that piece is done. Alright. Nope, third time I lied. That, drain's gotta be dry brush, but I wanna do that after. I'll be back in 2 minutes. I gotta refill on water, because bad hydration. Well, I got some water. Anyway. Alright. Are we dry brushing the base? Yes. Let's see. Which is just the Dawnstone we already had, basically. Alright, as the torso, legs, and head done, onto the jump pack. Which I really should have had drying to a cork before, but whatever. Fortunately, the magnet does a nice job of pulling it towards the nail. So it's only take a second for that. Yeah, I am realizing painfully that I should have had that drying through the cork while I was dry brushing the base. Oh, pardon me. While we're waiting, take a look at the arms. We've got Rex Terminatus, that will be bone. The rest of it's basically what we've been doing. I might do the same as I did on the other hand, where I made the Imperialis bone there. So I keep thinking it's Imperialis. Actually, I've got the book next to me. There it says it. Between the two Space Marine codexes I have here. It's probably in the 8th edition one, because the 9th edition one does not have a whole lot of like great detail on lore. I just see pretty sure it says it somewhere. Somewhere in here. Maybe. Maybe not. It probably is, it's just not anywhere super obvious. Unfortunately. No, not really. Anyway. Winged skull icon. Might make that bone with the brass top, like I did on the other hand. It's actually, I think this is the exact same arm. Like it's a copy of the same arm. Yeah, it's got the skulls on the top. In which case, maybe I shouldn't make it the exact same. Maybe I'll make that, we'll say gold and the skulls beneath silver. The other arm is a, oh, it's actually just a, Raven Guard molded whoop, pauldron. Drop the shield. And I got another leather flap with some feathers coming off the back. Cool. I'll be doing that the same as the one on his hip. Alright, backpack's ready. Let's see how much we can pop out in the next 50 minutes. So, the metal is... the metal base coating is done and appears to be shaded as well, so that's ready to be highlighted. And then from there, it's highlighting all the black, which is usually the bulk of these, and the engine effects, which as soon as we highlight the engine, we can set that up with a bunch of blue ink, which we already have on the palette. Oh, we need some... I'll put it way in the middle. I tried Blue Horde in the last one. I don't think it came out bright enough. I forgot what I did on the one before that. Well, let's get to it. Size 0 and plate mail metal. I don't know why I have such a hard time with that name. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and highlight the whole engine area first, and immediately go to like putting the white inside there, so the ink can take its time drying while we do the rest of the stuff. Cause that ink takes forever to dry when it's in the quantity that I shove in this thing. Alright. Cool deal. Cool. Alright, that's looking fairly good. I may have to make another pass in the bottom middle there, but we'll see how it looks after it dries in like an hour. So like right before you finish. Or, you know, 45 minutes. Alright. So, next. Oh yeah, we're continuing the, edge highlight. Well, the highlighting, the general highlighting of the, steel. Okay. Mission Gray. This jump pack might actually be finished before the stream ends. Ah, I forgot the bolts down here. Maybe for the barriers, there is a high chance of me hitting them with Yesh and Gray. A lot less so with the Dawnstone coming up later. You know what? Yeah, screw it. I'm just gonna make the whole block Asian gray, and I'm gonna put in the black box in the middle later. Oh, that's gonna work. Hmm. Yeah, I think I was wrong. Takes so long to highlight these wings that nope, not gonna be on them tonight. Or at least not on stream anyway. Which is fine ultimately. Alright. A couple more minutes. Actually, rather than put more paint on the palette, you know, I'll put some more white in the middle of that. If I can get some white. In the middle here. I'm gonna put some more blue ink in there. Alright. Move. I don't want to put any more paint on the palette when, you know, it's about to stop. So, I'm gonna pull this to the, end screen while I clean up. And, you know, if you're watching this, later, thank you for watching. Hope to see you in the next video.